In May 2013, Travis Scott self-releases Pharaoh as a free digital mixtape. The project had been delayed for over a year due to sample clearances and label complications. But its eventual arrival marks the beginning of Travis's official rollout. Though not a commercial hit, it generates buzz online thanks to eerie production, washed-out melodies, and a cosign from T.I., who brings Travis into Grand Hustle. The mixtape's breakout single, Upper Echelon, features 2 Chainz and T.I. and becomes Travis's first radio success. It's not a chart-smashing hit, but it builds him a recognizable sound. Spacious, ambient trap with distorted vocals and gothic visual themes. Kanye West, who's impressed by his beat-making, begins mentoring him behind the scenes. Travis credits this period with shaping his vision as both producer and frontman. Pharaoh doesn't chart, but it puts the industry on notice. As 2014 begins, Travis is no longer just a producer in Kanye's shadow. He's prepping his first major solo moment. In August 2014, Travis drops Days Before Rodeo for free on SoundCloud, but fans treat it like an album. Its 12-track runtime includes Mamacita, Drugs You Should Try It, and Skyfall, now cult favorites that mark a clear evolution in his sound. The beats become heavier, the transitions smoother, and the vocal mixing more surreal. Travis is building worlds now, not just songs. He recruits Young Thug, Big Sean, Rich Homie Quan, and Metro Boomin to help execute this vision. Critics are still mixed on his lyricism, but his aesthetic is undeniable. The visuals become more hallucinatory, the shows more chaotic. He kicks off a mini-tour and headline shows where kids mosh to his songs like it's punk rock. Days Before Rodeo isn't on the charts, but it shapes a generation of SoundCloud-era hip-hop fans. By the time he announces his real debut, Rodeo, Travis already feels like a star. Travis Scott's debut studio album, Rodeo, dropped on September 4th, 2015, and the rollout is anything but subtle. The cover art features a toy figurine of himself. The sound is a mix of maximalist trap, drenched in auto-tune, with electric guitar riffs and digital chaos. The album debuts at number 3 on the Billboard 200, selling 85,000 units in its first week. Antidote, a late addition to the track list, becomes his breakout hit, peaking at number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100, and eventually going 4 platinum. Rodeo features Kanye West, The Weeknd, Justin Bieber, and Future, but Travis still dominates the energy. Critics start to rethink their Kanye clone accusations. His tour becomes infamous for stage diving and inciting mosh pits. Rodeo doesn't just make him a star. It proves he can architect an album that feels cinematic. Its success leads directly into the fastest project turnaround of his career. On September 2nd, 2016, less than a year after Rodeo, Travis drops Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight. It debuts at number 1 on the Billboard 200, his first chart-topping album. The record is smoother, more melodic, and less chaotic than its predecessor, trading the maximalism of Rodeo for hypnotic minimalism. The tone is drugged out, dreamy, and melancholy. Features include Kid Cudi, Bryson Tiller, Andre 3000, and Kendrick Lamar. The biggest hit, Goosebumps, featuring Kendrick, becomes a 9-platinum monster. During the tour, Travis performs inside a giant birdcage, amplifying the surrealist mythology around his persona. He also starts publicly dating Kylie Jenner around this time, further boosting his fame beyond rap circles. With Birds, Travis levels up, both sonically and commercially. And his next step is collaboration. December 2017, Travis teams up with Quavo of Migos for Huncho Jack, Jack Huncho. The album is recorded quickly, most of it in under 2 weeks, and it shows. The beats are bass-heavy and moody, but the cohesion isn't there. Songs like Motorcycle Patches and Modern Slavery find a groove, but critics call the project undercooked. Still, the album debuts at number 3 and keeps Travis in the public eye. For Quavo, it's a fun detour. For Travis, it feels like a placeholder before something much bigger. The duo's combined fame helps the project go gold in the US, but it doesn't leave a lasting imprint. Instead, fans start turning their attention toward his long-teased solo follow-up. The Astroworld era is about to begin. On August 3rd, 2018, Travis Scott finally drops Astroworld, named after the long-demolished Houston amusement park. The album explodes. It debuts at number 1 on the Billboard 200 with over 537,000 units sold in the first week. Sicko Mode, a 3-part beat-switching monster featuring Drake, becomes a generational hit. It peaks at number 1 and goes 11 times platinum. Astroworld is sprawling, psychedelic, and perfectly timed. Features include Frank Ocean, James Blake, The Weeknd, and 21 Savage. The sound blends trap, funk, psych rock, and ambient textures into one long, immersive trip. The Astroworld tour includes roller coaster stage props and a literal carnival atmosphere. By the time Travis launches the actual Astroworld Festival in Houston, his brand is bigger than music. He's no longer just a rapper, he's a cultural architect. In December 2019, Travis curates Jackboys, a 7-track project showcasing his Cactus Jack label roster. It debuts at #1 on the Billboard 200 and includes rising artists like Don Toliver, Sheck West, and Chase B. Out West with Young Thug becomes a TikTok smash and helps launch Don Toliver into the mainstream. Though short and chaotic, the EP cements Travis's role as a tastemaker. The project also includes remixes and solo moments, acting as a label sampler more than a unified album. The artwork leans into street racer aesthetics, with flaming cars and grungy overlays. Critics are lukewarm, but fans love the energy. Jackboys shows that Travis is thinking long-term about brand, label, and legacy. Then comes 5 years of silence, until Utopia. On July 28, 2023, Travis finally drops Utopia, a long-awaited follow-up that's anything but safe. The album opens with Hyena and ends with Till Further Notice, taking listeners through distorted beats, industrial samples, and unexpected collaborations. It debuts at #1 with over 496,000 units sold first week. 5 tracks hit the Billboard Top 10 at once. Guest appearances include Beyoncé, SZA, Bad Bunny, and Drake. Critics call it his most experimental work, blending prog rock, trap, and electronica. Fiend with Playboi Carti becomes a crowd favorite despite its chaotic structure. Utopia doesn't aim for radio, it aims for longevity. Some fans call it Travis's Yeezus moment. It earns Grammy nominations and sparks debates. But one thing's clear, Travis has no intention of repeating himself. If you liked the video, drop a like or hit subscribe. We've got more coming soon, and it'd be cool to hear what you think in the comments. Let's keep the convo going.